My name is Noah Zoschke. I am the CTO of Convox. Convox is building a open source platform as a service on top of AWS at the moment. So the Convox team, we're currently a bunch of ex-Heroku engineers that have come together to solve a new generation of problems that we see with platforms and infrastructure management. The problems that we see, one, platform as a service are inflexible, heavy, or expensive. It's conventional wisdom that if you're successful on certain platforms that you'll eventually want to move off onto Amazon. But unfortunately, Amazon is still incredibly hard to use. Time and time again, people have a hard time starting, and more specifically hiring, good talent to actually help you on your Amazon journey. And on top of this, the ecosystem in general has just gotten really, really difficult right now. Here's a slide. This was published recently on the new stack of this is the container ecosystem. On the left, you can't quite see it, but it's the continuous deployment workflow. We all know where we want to go. We want to have all these tools that guide us from our development to production. But along the step of the way, there are all these choices, and each one of these is either a new vendor, or a new tool, or a new service to integrate. And so that's a challenge in itself. We also have Amazon over here, where we all are almost certainly running some, if not all, of our software. And I took out the 20 or so services that you don't want to use, and the remaining 25 here that you probably do want to use at some point are here. And this presents a challenge in itself to learn and understand how to use these and put them all together. And we have the Docker CLI, where Docker is supposed to help with all these things, but it in itself presents a whole new mess of options. So yes, I will throw one more option into the ring. This one, we're doing things a little bit differently. So Convox, we're taking a opinionated but open source approach of building a new platform. So the goal is the same value proposition as Heroku. You want simple deploys. You don't want to have to worry about anything. You want somebody else, specifically Convox and Amazon, to manage the pager and keep everything running and handle recovery. There are other open source DevOps platforms or open source platforms like Deis and Cloud Foundry. To date, all of these platforms take a multi-infrastructure approach, and what that results in is this strange and fragile middleware that kind of offers, it doesn't offer the best of use of Amazon at the expense of being able to move around, which nobody really wants to do. Common question is, is this like Kubernetes or CoreOS? Certainly these are tools in this space, but we are continuing to have laser focus on productivity. These tools are a level below what most people actually want to deal with. We're focusing on apps, builds, deploys, and logs, and leaving all this low-level stuff up to Amazon and Convox. So the goals here are to, first and foremost, make Amazon usable. Where everybody deserves a nice experience, one that is, this platform, these tools that are simple to use, on top of the industry best infrastructure. So the real goal is continuous delivery and productivity on top of your Amazon account. We accomplish this by choosing some conventions. This is the opinionated part. So we'll take your Docker Compose file on your laptop, which can describe a simple app or a complicated microservice architecture. We'll help you run it on your laptop, and then when that's good, we'll throw it through CloudFormation and turn it into production Amazon infrastructure. And we accomplish all this by integrating the best Amazon tools and other tools out there in the marketplace and in the industry, and we are not working on reinventing containerization or orchestration or networking or any of that stuff. It's really just about taking this app and getting it on the simplest and most robust infrastructure that's out there. So I prepared a demo of this for you. We're currently working towards our 1.0 release, but we already have plenty of people using Convox in production and plenty of different use cases. So here you're seeing a video of going to grid.convox.com, which is our web front end, and installing the base platform. We will take your own AWS keys and install it in your own AWS account, but we'll also run one for you if you want. And this install, of course, we fast forward it for the demo. It takes about 10 minutes, but here it creates VPC, it creates Lambda, it creates Dynamo, it creates an encrypted S3 bucket, like all these things that you want to have that would take a long time to figure out how to set up on your own. And once you do that, now you have a very simple CLI that you can create apps and deploy them. And I'm showing you here behind the scenes, well, you don't have to rely on this. This is just Amazon. You have full access to the Amazon console. You can have root access to your application, to your instances. You could access all this stuff. You have total control and total access. So here we're building Docker in a private Docker build service and pushing it to a private Docker registry, your application. And with a few more seconds here, we see that your app is running behind a production-ready Amazon ELB. It works. And finally, a demonstration about the workflows we're working on. So we already have a nice GitHub integration. The GitHub is obviously where we're all building and commenting and doing pull requests. So here you can take your Convox cluster, you can link it to your GitHub organization, and automatically build and deploy apps from GitHub pushes. And we also have Slack integration to keep you and your team updated on everything that's going on. So simple workflows, GitHub, Slack, the tools we're already using, production-ready infrastructure, Amazon VPC, ELB, there's Kinesis in there for all your application logs. So these are things that you can rest easy knowing that your application is deployed to them. So yeah, there are plenty of ways you can help Convox and the Convox team. The first one, of course, is a call to action. We are ready for you to outsource your infrastructure and DevOps to us. Take a look at our software and see how it helps you and your team get Amazon in order for your application deployments. But also take a look at Convox we can manage your private infrastructure for you. You'll have modern infrastructure with no hiring and no pager burden. Of course, we're still furiously building awesome tooling, so if you have other DevOps troubles that we don't currently have solutions for, come talk to us. We are the experts in this stuff. We know Amazon just as good as anybody else, and we are really looking for key opportunities to build awesome solutions for your troubles. Then, of course, integrations are a big part of this. Like I said, we currently have GitHub, Slack, and Papertrail. We are looking at the best CI and monitoring tools to integrate. So that's something that either want to hear what you're using or hear what you're building and see how it fits in. And of course, like everyone, we're hiring. So if you know anybody with AWS and Golang skills, we would love to meet them. So, all right, well, thank you.